Greetings and salutations, Relax Gamer Nation, and welcome back to Journey to the Alien Planet, where today we're hopefully going to finish off this Pinnace. We're going to finish the Pinnace. Yeah, finish the Pinnace. That will probably be the title of the episode, Finish the Pinnace. So I did a few things off screen here. First off, I got rid of a bunch of stuff here because I didn't like that the neck was like super thin. So I got rid of one of these hydrogen tanks and moved things back one. Here we have the other hydrogen tank, which is brand new. We centralized the large ion thruster with the large hydrogen thruster, the industrial hydrogen thruster, because they push out to the exact same length. So that's a cool thing. Otherwise I'd have to put like some sort of splitter in here, so the extending whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll just go with that, because why not? It's pretty much the same price, right? 10, 20, and yeah, same price for what, 30% more length? No, wait, it was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably about 30% more length, maybe, no, 50% more length. Sorry, no, my math is wrong. You guys know what the number is. I'm not good at math. I'm decent at math, I'm just not good at math. So that's what I've done. I basically pushed things back, ripped a bunch of stuff apart, etc. We have the Lancer turret up here, which we put at the end of the episode, or the end of somewhere around there. Unfortunately, I am short some downwards facing hydrogen thrusters, because now I'm down to one downwards facing large hydrogen thruster instead of two. And I'm not entirely sure where to put any more. And I'm kind of worried that those two will not be enough to land on, say, Pertam. So we came from Pertam, so why would we be going back, right? Well, the alien planet is 1.1 gravities, so it's a little lighter than Pertam, but it's still pretty heavy, and I'm not sure that two hydrogen thrusters, two down-facing large hydrogen thrusters will be enough to do that. So I'm going to have to look into possibly adding more downwards-facing hydrogen thrusters. Probably not large, because large is just, well, large. But small hydrogen thrusters, or put in some atmospheric engines. Though I'm not even sure if that's going to work much at all. So I gotta figure out that. Our batteries are built. We tore down the what is it, the O2H2 generator on both sides, and we got a bunch of ice flung at us. We didn't die, thankfully, but we could have died. I put in some small ion thrusters here. We still have the same amount of batteries. We probably have too much batteries, but we still have the same amount of batteries, and I've clad them in some heavy armor here and some blast door blocks on the ends, just to protect them a little better, even though a bullet could go right through here and hit the battery. It's unlikely. It's like, what, a 0.2% chance or something like that a bullet would actually get past the heavy armor and the blast door blocks and hit the battery. It could still happen for sure, but less likely chance of it happening. Okay. Right. So now we need to figure out where to put in some more hydrogen thrusters. I'm going to alt tab here for a moment and do a little bit of, there's a site. I don't know how much cargo space plus ship it's going to be weighing. So that's a thing I got to figure out. As for the turret, the railgun turret that we had issues with last time, apparently the azimuth rotor, the one that goes left to right, wasn't set up in the turret block. I don't know how that happened, when that happened. So hopefully the next time we have some enemies come in, we did have some cult fighters come in, but they got taken out by the non-railgun defense, mainly the hydrogen battery, which is awesome. I haven't done any work outside here. Ooh, what? Really? I'll work on that off screen too. This is annoying though. Got flung out into a freaking into the crater. I don't know how. I don't know if it flung itself out here. But what we're gonna do is we're just going to control exit. And we're just gonna plop it back down. Don't know how that happened, but it happened. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. So hopefully this thing will... Uh-oh. Oh. I see a problem. Do you see a problem? Yeah, you definitely see a problem. Yeah, so I have to limit the turret. I have to limit the rotation of the turret or push the turret out more. Oh, that's good. Okay, somehow I did limit to the rotation over there, but what about over here? Where do I have to... That angle, I think. Rotor, RG turret. What are we looking at? 110 degrees. Okay, good. Limits that rotation. This can come over here and get stopped right there. Okay. And what's the upwards rotation? Not too good. I don't know what I limited that to. Hinge RG turret. Did I limit it? No, I did not limit it. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't have a great upward rotation. Or downward rotation for that matter, because that. Oh, no, no, no. Do not. That gives it a little bit more of an angle and protects its sensitive spot. With a little bit of armor. Same thing I did here is just to protect it a little bit from anything that comes from this direction so it doesn't take out my hinge. So it should have a good angle now. It can't turn like that though. What are we looking at? 35 degrees? That's fine. You may be able to aim out that far, but it can't shoot that far. Limitation with the key, with the limitation that Keen put into it. Okay. Well, let's get back to the Pinnace. There should have been a bunch of stuff that was built Excellent. Those are built. This is filling. Yep, slowly. But it is filling. Slowly because I have 2 less H2O2 generators in here now. Could mitigate that a little bit by putting another one in somewhere. Because they're only 2 blocks deep. But I don't know where to put it without interfering with our headroom. Okay, well, I'm going to do a bit of building here, and I'll send you back to the time lapse in a moment. Railgun turret works. That cultist didn't know what hit him. Well, he knew what hit him. Transmitted what hit him, but didn't really help him much. Gotta love when those guys pop around. But, hello. Hi. How are you? I am fine. So, I did a little bit of cockpit greebling here. We now actually have a cockpit. I'm not going to put a door in here because I think that's just too much wasted space. And it would basically take up this entire 5 blocks space. I could do it, but I don't think it's necessary. This will just have to share the same amount of air, that the rest of the thing shares, though. That might be a bad idea. But I could, maybe I will put a door here. Because, say for instance, the people in the back, if there are people in the back, which this is a single player solo series, so there's not going to be people in the back. But you get my drift, right? Let's say that the pilots are here, they're dropping people off, and they open up the back doors. Okay, so all the air in the back gets evacuated if it's onto an airless planet. Now, these guys sitting in the cockpit here will suffocate. So maybe what I will do, I'll put a door here, and I'll put a vent up top here somehow. Yeah, we'll do that. Because I don't want to bring it too far back, because we just, for the most part, sorted out our not a long enough neck issue. And now we have an okay sized neck. It's not super long, but it is what it is. See, that's how things work. It's like, okay, let's see, what can we do here? What can be done here, etc. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll put a vent here. Something like that. And then we'll put our conveyor here so that we know we need to connect that conveyor up so that it can share the air and push the air in. Yeah, that'll work. And this door will separate the pilot's compartment from the transport compartment. Okay, that'll work. I want to put wings on here, but I am finding a hard time figuring out where to put wings within our spacing concerns. As it is, we're a little going over our spacer, but that should be fine. We're already going past a little bit, so as long as we're not going past too much further, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna do some more building here, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we are getting closer and closer. Thanks to our nanobot assistants, these I'm going to change because I don't want them there. They were fine when I initially put them, but not now. I double tapped the drill button or the grinder button, the mouse button, and it automatically decided, hey, you want me to turn this on, right? We had a few friends come by, mainly just some small drones, and recently there was a bigger drone that decided to come by. Unfortunately, what happened is my turrets bingoed their hydrogen tank and they went poof. Or hydrogen tanks, rather. Or their ammo crates, either or. It's pretty scary. So yeah, here's our Pinnace so far. I'm still working on the roof. I still have a few things left to do in here, like clad this, because it's only clad from the side right now and not from the back or the top, and not much from the bottom, but I can't do much about the bottom until I disconnect this. Let's take a look at the inside. So I got some of these DLC bench seats, which I can't really see myself on. And I put in a survival kit because the whole idea about this is to take this and or troops down to a planet and set up a base. So I put some benches in here. I put a survival kit because this would be the basics of basically starting again, if you would. I got a gun, an armory block here, or a weapon rack here, and 2 more weapon racks over here. I put in these LCDs to show what the weather's like outside if we go out there. And it's mirrored on both sides. In here, it's not airtight yet, but I'm not certain if it's just because it's inside an airtight facility. Okay, so theoretically in there, if I go back over there, if I close this up, it should show as airtight. No, it does not. That's what I was afraid of. I don't know. If I put a couple blocks in here, what's that going to do? Some flat blocks, which I will change. Okay, so these 2 blocks are the problem. Gotcha. How do I fix that? So here is the cabin. Slope block. That's the armor block. Okay. So this does not agree with one another. So I might have to push this forward a little bit so I can seal that off properly. That there, put that there. Heavy armor, because this is a cockpit area, I want it to be as protected as possible. And this, we would just go with that. I am not a fan of that. I was fine with it like this. I suppose instead of putting it way back there, we could just match this up here. Okay, that should make it airtight once again. Dang it. Of course. So yeah, this is as far as I've gotten on the Pinnace so far. It's coming along. I put some lights in here. I don't know what the brightness of those lights are gonna be. Lights off. There we go. My lights are off. Why are these lights still on? I'm assuming I don't have them hooked into the group at the moment. Oh shit! Ah! Whoa! Ah! That kind of freaked me out. Come on, Mr. Spider. Come on, Mr. Spider. There you go. I don't know what hit it, but it hit it good. Maybe I need to put some guns in here to defend against those guys if they do get inside. I don't know where I would put them. Okay, now it's dark in here. So now we can take a look at the lights in here. So they're not bad. I could probably do with putting another light over here. There it is. Put a light here. Put a light here. And that should give me light inside this entire area. If I put a light there, that'll do good for there. We'll just gotta change some colors here because bright is not good for... Oh, that is a nifty color. Pit light, here we go. We don't want it too bright. Don't want it too light because the bright colors screw with your night vision. This is not pressurized yet because I have holes everywhere. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I'm going to send you back to the time lapse here, and I'll be back in a moment. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Cult. Where are you going? I think my defensive grid is doing pretty dang good. So yeah, military mine layer is no match for my base. No match. So there's not a lot that I've done in addition to this on this Pinnace. I've closed it in. I think it's airtight. I'll have to check that. I have a few little bits of greebling to do. I got some painting to do, etc. Spiders just outside wanted to come in and eat me. I'm just putting the cladding, the armor cladding onto the hydrogen tank here. And that's taking me a bit of time because I don't want it to be like just a freaking, what is it? A flat panel. I need to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some greeble here, greeble there, you know, stuff like that. I should probably go refill my hydrogen tanks. Yeah, I'm down one hydrogen tank. This will also give that spider a chance to come and eat me. Right? And then get shot. Right? Huh. Wonder what happened there. Well, looks like the rotor got taken out. Yeah, the rotor got, not the rotor, the hinge got taken out. Okay. Over here, Mr. Spider. Do I have a gun? No, I do not. No, Mr. Spider. It's stuck. So I'll help him get unstuck. There you go, little buddy. Oh. Died. Oh well. You would have got killed by turrets anyway. Speaking of turrets, I am noticing a weakness, if you would, on my turret placements here. This spider, these spiders keep on sneaking up on me, coming into my bay, trying to get into my door, and there's nothing with an arc on them to take them out. So I'm thinking I'm going to bring this out a little bit. I'll do that in between episodes. And just get another turret down so that it can cover the front of my base from spiders and zombies and whatever else. Because these spiders don't really last long. Hi, Mr. Spider. Are you stuck? Yeah, you're stuck. Over here, Mr. Spider. Yeah, and that spider will most likely be invincible. Invincible. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna finish up this cladding and then we will come back. I'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough of what I've done. I put some lights in front here. I got some spotlights on the side. I'm likely going to be putting more lights down, but I'm not sure yet. And then we're going to take it for a test flight. Probably not this episode, probably next episode, because we're already pretty far in on this episode with my recording. And it'll take me forever to edit. And all I have is pretty much today to edit, so yeah. Okay. So, You know what? We don't really need all this cladding to take it for test flight and to get underneath it. Okay. It should have enough hydrogen to keep it aloft anyway in here. And we'll replace these little traditional sides, and then we'll do the big and we can cover this back up. You know, you gotta do a bit of work underneath here. Do a similar thing over here if we can. And then I guess we'll just fill the rest of this bottom part with the armor like that. Heavy, heavy. So I'm not confident that I have enough upward thrust for alien planet landing. I'm pretty dang certain that I don't. So I'm a little concerned. I have no other access. Unless I land this and connect it here. But then I can't get to these. We'll just go in here, gear. I don't want you to auto lock. Thank you. Use for parking, yes. Mag. Do not auto lock. Use for parking, yes. This will also be used for parking. Which should be automatic. Yep. Okay. Now the unfortunate thing about this is I can't get into the cockpit unless I go through the ship. I also gotta smooth off the bottom here. Smooth off the corners on the bottom. I'll get that. I'll get to that. Okay, that's another thing I need. A camera. Do we have the parts for this? Probably not. I do have a cargo container up there. These cameras are probably already done. Surprise, surprise. Now, they are linked in some way. Back. Where if you press... Yeah, if you press your square brackets, it will switch between the cameras. Turn the damps off and park it up. Okay. Nice. So, it looks like the Pinnace is complete. I'm just going to quickly check the airtightness. Oh. Okay. Whoops. I popped this out because I was trying something. Just moving those out a bit. There we go. Now it should be airtight. Woo! We have air. Nice. And in here, we're airtight as well. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So that's going to be it for this episode. We got the Pinnace finished off. There's a few things that I'm going to do in between episodes, like move on, add more of this cladding and stuff like that. So you see that, you'll see that in the next episode. And then next episode, we'll take this out on its first test flight. We did a test hover, which worked out pretty good. Now we got to do a test flight. We do have side thrusters in ion and hydrogen, front thrusters. Yeah, we do not have. Oh, we have up thrusters for the that. Do we have down thrusters? I don't know. we'll check that in the next episode and add them if we don't have them. I think we do, but I'm not entirely certain. Can I see the glow? No, we do not. I probably tore him out for some reason. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure out a place to put them. Anyway, until next time, I have been Relaxed Gamer, and this has been Journey to the Alien Planet. And this has been the Pinnace. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys then. Ciao.